Hey everybody, got the little car running. Volt light is out. She starts right up. She runs smooth. She drives good. The rear brakes need some looking after. They do a little scraping, but let's take her for a little ride on camera, and I'll show you how she does. Oh, the speedometer doesn't work. So I found some plastic bits in the transmission pan when I took it off. That was the speedometer gear was broken. So no biggie. I'll just use the GP or one of them, speedometer apps on my phone. Honestly, I don't really need a speedometer. I just kind of go with the flow of traffic. Yeah, I think maybe one of the rear wheel bearings is howling a little bit. But she drives, man. And she's quiet. She's good. I've been driving her around the block for about 10 minutes now because it drives that good. And the brakes have actually improved since I started driving it. So they still scrape a little bit. It's too bad about that speedo, but it's a 40-year-old car, so I'm not gonna I might try to get a new speedo cable for it and see if that fixes it. But yep, burns through. It goes through the gears just fine. These cars, they weren't exactly. 112 horsepower. It's probably not making anywhere near that now. By now. So, yep. So there we go, dude. Back her up. I don't have any rear view mirrors. Driver's side. This car being a base model doesn't have one on the driver's side. And this one's, the mirror's gone. My driveway's funky. You kind of got to jiggy over so you don't run into the neighbor's fence. So there she is, van. The maiden voyage of the Citation. She runs, she drives, she stops. So we'll get on these brakes. Next thing we'll do to this car, probably, and I fixed one more thing off camera. Guys, remember these hatch struts were busted, so I went and bought some new ones. So the hatch, ta-da! The hatch stays up by itself now. Only thing I'm missing is I need to get those strings that pull this up with it. I know, there's those Cavalier wheels all boned down and painted tan. I'm gonna take a paint marker and do these black, and then I'll get the tires. I'm gonna get the tires put on them, and then I'll put all the trim rings and everything back on, and we'll put those on the car, and we'll do when we do the brakes. So needs brakes, these rear brakes for sure. From what I can tell, it's not really leaking too much. It looks like it might be leaking a little bit of oil, maybe. It's hard for me to get down, folks. I got diabetic nerve pain. So, let's see. Yep, our transmission pan's still bone dry, so that's good. So we're dripping a little bit of oil. Those valve covers, the valve covers are leaking pretty good. But she's a runner, man. I like it. She's a runner. So, she's coming along. Oh yeah, and just to make it official. So I have a thing for brown GM cars from the 80s. So back years ago, I had a 1983 Delta 88 Royal Brougham that I called Manny. It was dark brown, and I rebuilt it, and I loved that car, and I ended up selling it. But I called that car Manny, and I called that car Manny because elderly man that I bought the car from, his name was Manny. He was a good friend of my wife's. They worked together. Then I had a 1986 Pontiac Parisienne base model that also had a 307 Olds in it. That was the same color as this, pretty close to that. It was in between the two. I called that car Jackie. I named it after Jackie Gleason because it looked just like the Pontiac Bonneville he drives in the Smokey and the Bandit 2 movie. And so this car, I've decided we're going to call it Cindy. So this is Cindy, everybody. And when I name my cars, that means I'm keeping it for a while. So yeah, we got a lot of work to do left. Some brakes, tune-up, valve cover, gaskets. Might try to fix that speedometer. I need to get a piece of glass for that rear view mirror. Might do a little undercoating on it before winter time because I plan on driving this car in the winter. Sad to say, but that was the plan. Park my Charger in the winter because it's out like a wily coyote in the snow with its almost 400 horsepower, and drive this. So yeah, needs a windshield bad.
Hey, Caesar, that's wrong. Caesar? Hey, dummy.